All right. Hey guys, this is Chris Martin with Action on AUGames. I'm standing here with our Unleashed champion, Josh Hollan. Josh, can you tell everybody what kind of deck we're playing today?
Playing a P30s inspired Fights deck. It's kind of like the main thing is obviously just to kill him with Crater of Behemoth, but it's also got way more options than the other one, which you have in games like the games where you just play Angel Trinity and just went off that. But it's pretty much inspired from the Hope That Is deck, but it doesn't have the Sunblood Sage and the additional Death Right Shadows in the main board.
And do you feel like, obviously you won this event, do you feel like those changes is what put this one over the top, compared to what everybody's desire to play test against?
Yeah, well, Hope That Is was a deck that won because no one knew it was coming. It was a brew that Brad Nelson actually built. And the thing about it is that if people know that you're playing Hope That Is, I mean, everybody in this tournament, I saw way more Pillar of Flames this tournament than I did, 2 or 3 weeks ago before all that. And, taking out the inconsistency of Sunlight Sage getting pillared, which is just big value loss.
Mm-hmm. It'll set you back quite a bit.
Big time.
Okay, let's see. So, when you're playing this deck, how are you starting this out? What's your main objective to start out the early game with?
Well, I'd say probably the best thing I can do is play any sort of mana orc, Absence Pilgrim or Arbor Elf, turn 1 and into turn 2, Lingering Souls, and then hopefully get something going on with a Mulch or Grizzly Savage to get a Crater Hoof, because I think I only got one turn. I got a 5th turn Crater Hoof Behemoth and won. That's what it wants to do, but it doesn't do that very often. I only did it once, but you can win the game really fast, and you can also just grind and play really good against control decks with all the value you're getting off of Umbrella Rights.
Yeah. As far as Mulligan, how does this deck handle Mulligan? Is it Mulligan good?
Mulligan's great. If I don't have all the sources I need, a lot of times all I need is a green source because I have Mulch and Grizzly Savage to pick up the lands. Pretty much the only time I ever Mulligan is if I have 7 lands or no lands. Like usually I can keep about anything with 2 lands in it, or one of my lifetimes, play a first turn mana dork. That's probably the best thing about it is that it Mulligan really, really well with Grizzly Savage and Mulch.
Now let's walk through your sideboard here. Tell me what we're doing with this sideboard, what we're taking in and out, and what matchups these are key.
Well, pretty much almost the whole sideboard that comes in against any of the really extremely aggressive strategies like Reddick Winds, Rakdos Winds, Lesnar, which I didn't see into that.
So basically you change for what you're doing into just the complete aggro.
Yeah, like against any of the zombies lists, I mean, 3 of these, and 3 of these is really crushing. I mean, just getting all kinds of value with Restoration Angel on Thragtusk and Centaur Healer and Not a Glory. I mean, it walks very much so profitably against all the black creatures, especially if it's green black zombies, and they really don't have any answer for it whatsoever. It's going to be on there for the whole game. And the Severs, any of the token decks, I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's pretty good against, sometimes I think it's okay against Jund because, after combat, getting Keyring, which Keyring really bothers this deck if I'm just playing a bunch of Thragtusk. But, and these are obviously against the mirror match, really good. And this one comes in against Jund, and it comes in against a lot of the control decks that aren't running heavy counter spells because you can blink angels and you have, all these infinite threats.
So what was your hardest matchup through this tournament? What's the one deck you're trying to avoid the whole time?
Didn't want to play, and I just found that out today, that the Jund deck that runs Staticaster, some Staticaster,
it's got haste and flash.
Yeah, and they had a combo, and the first game against him, I found out the hard way that, when you play a Lingering Souls and flash it back, you get blown out. And when it got to the point, I actually ended up playing the same guy twice, the same deck. We drew first game, second game, drew first time, and then the second time I ended up beating in the top 8. But that's probably my worst. Actually, usually the nuts draw with zombies, I mean, that pretty much is anything. Anybody can have a bad matchup against that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lingering Souls second turn can help a lot. It can really get you there and flash it back. You just trunk block a couple turns and then give you time to play a Thragtusk. And after Sodden, we're hopefully Restoration Angel and Centaur Hero will be there.
So is this a deck you'd recommend anybody want to go to the Friday Night Magic?
Yeah, it doesn't really have bad matchups. Like the worst matchups probably Blue Out Flash, because they have all the counters and they just can counter everything. But actually, I played a Blue Out Flash today, and I just, even though he didn't really have much graveyard hate, I just took I took like 2 Angels, a Gristlebrand, and 2 Crazy Behemoths, and just put an aggro and put a Lockstone Smiter in, just to get some early beats in. And
yeah, so you just completely switch the deck around to an aggro deck versus theirs. It's pretty interesting. So this is Josh Hollan, guys. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks.
Walking away with $300 for playing at Action Unlimited's Unleashed event. We've got plenty more events coming up in the future. So if you guys want to be like Josh here, walk away with some cash, an awesome play mat, and the respect of all his peers, come on down to Action Unlimited. We'll hook you up.